Hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What up, fam? Long time no see. Y'all didn't think I went completely ghost, did you? I had to take a little hiatus, but sometimes a puppet's work is never done. But I've been keeping my eye on the Baddies South, so let's get it. Natalie, fresh off that shit show that was Bad Boys Los Angeles, turns over a new leaf and brings us a wholesome coming-of-age story. Women breaking down barriers and showing the world their creativity, their ingenuity, and their ass. They showing the world their ass. We start with Natalie chatting it up with her husband, Jacob. Zeus loves this shot. I know it's supposed to look candid, a fly on the wall conversation, but it is always so poorly directed. But I'll move on. They're talking about how stressful life is. Putting parties together for a little one can really take it out of you. But she's ready to hit the road with a new group of girls. Claims that the ladies in season 1 were boring.
They just didn't give what was supposed to be given.
Natalie, what you mean by that? I've been known to use slang a time or two in my day, but you ever hear somebody say something that just didn't sound right coming out their mouth? Like they were trying too hard? But I digress. Natalie tells Jacob about the plan, says that the girls are going on the road, and she is only bringing one person back from last season, Christina, because Christina was willing to go toe-to-toe with her. Christina must have some big-ass toes. Next on her hit list are 2 strippers, and coming to the stage is Bree, spelled Bry. But okay, forget it. Miss Bree has come for the bag and is setting the rules around here. Uh-oh. Sounds like we got somebody who bout it. Throwing hips and throwing hands. She's down for whatever, right? Nobody ever comes on these shows talking reckless and gets checked, right? Next up to the stage is Persuasion from Dallas, and a seasoned 32-year-old who is too all about her money and ready to jump down your throat if you step out of line. Jacob takes this moment to tell Natalie that since she's going to be with her turn-up girls, that she needs to remember that she's married, because apparently she forgets sometimes. Next we have Jayla, spelled Jella. Yo, what is with these names? All right, forget it. For a model, fashion designer, and one other in the 3-decade crew. Then we have Anne, who identifies herself as a professional clout chaser and is famous for shoving things in her pie hole. She says she is the top 1% of 1% on OnlyFans and admits to selling her cooch on there.
Whatever pays the bills.
Then we get the Zeus throwbacks. Slim, is it just me or did Slim get slimmer? Hope she's wearing ankle weights, cause that girl gonna blow away in a stiff breeze. Then there's Rolly, with the second most disrespectful nickname next to Mangina. But we all know how Rolly rolls, so make sure you stay tuned to see what happens next. And last but not least is the baby of the bunch, Krishan Rock, otherwise known as Rock, cause she is admittedly hard-headed. She plays football, does some music, and is apparently strictly dickly, which she thinks is why she has problems with other women. Yeah, that's why. Natalie feels like these 9 ladies are the recipe, and lets Jacob know that she is taking off with the girls, like, right now. Oh, so you got a whole ass camera crew following you around, but we're supposed to believe that this is the first time you've mentioned this to your husband?
Boy, if you don't...
The ladies arrive in Atlanta and immediately act like they ain't never been nowhere. They pile into the Sprinter like it's a luxury school trip, and Natalie is amped. Natalie tries to introduce everyone, and Rock, like a petulant 13-year-old, sits with her AirPods on. Natalie pulls the girl's butt out and tells her to keep up. Rock doesn't disappoint.
I can hear you. I'm just tuning you out because it's bullshit.
Persuasion is already done with Rock.
She's like...
Natalie introduces Anne, who proceeds to shake her ass above their heads. Am I the only one who thinks that Anne looks like one of the Thumbs from Spy Kids? Rolly realizes that they're missing someone, and Natalie explains that Christina, who was also delivered a check from Zeus, and then delivered her ass right up out of there. But Natalie figures there's got to be some other strays out there that they can pick up along the way. She gives them the rundown of where they're going. Charlotte, I got a multitude of people out there. Y'all better comment and shout out your city. Act like y'all don't know who this is. What? Oh, y'all. Oh, I thought so. Y'all know I'm kidding. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop it. They're also stopping in Nashville and New Orleans. Nothing like Rock being Debbie Downer.
Traveling city to city is regular to me.
Traveling city to city is regular. Shut up. Says she doing it with these broke weirdos. And the last stop on the tour will be Houston. I hear Jonathan got some red extensions he was hoping to install for somebody. Can we talk for a moment to recognize the real MVP? Look at this bro right here. This man is a monk or a saint. Been holding on to that happy place in his mind with that G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. Or he's just got Jocelyn's Welcome to Vegas stuck in his head and is slipping quietly into madness. Reminds me, I still owe y'all a video. It's coming, I promise. Finishing touches. So if you're not subscribed yet, come on now. Clickety clack, and let's get back to this. Ensuring she gets plenty of camera time, Thumbelina decides to ask Bree if she was an escort. Bree is not terribly interested in confirming or denying, and Rock doesn't know what that is. She eventually admits that she's wet some whistles to bring home the bacon from time to time, and Anne plays it off like that's all she wanted to know, but Bree isn't grasping that she just got punked. After Rock pulls an Encyclopedia Jones, she becomes the voice of reason and points out that maybe she didn't want to disclose that sensitive information. But Anne doesn't give up.
Fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge.
The incredulous look on Rock's face says it all. She's annoying, and I would likely have to smother her in her sleep. But she ain't wrong. They finally pull up to the house, and Zeus, you stepping up your game. Granted, it's an Airbnb, but if y'all just throwing money around, y'all need a creative director or something? Script writer? I mean, y'all need a script writer, I'm just saying. But drop me a comment. I hit you back. You know it's all jokes, right? I love you. It's always interesting to hear their reactions to the house, because even though they all talking about getting their shmoney and chasing that bag, that money is clearly not long, because having tile floors and banisters seems like a big hit. I get it. Everybody can't have a 2-bedroom apartment in a walk-up with a broken doorbell, but I know how to act like I've been somewhere a time or two. Natalie says that there are 2 rules. Don't break nothing, because that deposit is real, and clean up after yourself, which Rock immediately takes offense to. Persuasion says that Rock is the only one leaving trash everywhere, and Rock fires back that they can't tell her what to do. Hello? 10th grade, could you come and get your students, please? They are only in this house for one night, but there are also only 6 rooms. Again, Rock seems taken aback by this news. We catch a glimpse of the rooms, and the first to arrive are Bree and Persuasion. Persuasion throws a fake hissy fit because they get the first kids to die in a horror movie bunk beds. Anne and Rock get the second set of bunk beds, and Anne immediately goes thumbs down on the pink prison. An overblown sense of self-importance is a real thing, and Thumbelina has got it in spades. She said, "You know how I sleep at home? Then take your ass home." They bust into Jayla's room and try to commandeer her bed, and then demand to see Natalie's room. Now, I'm gonna be upfront. I've never been much of a fan of Natalie. Always thought that she was a loudmouth, even from way back in the OG Bad Girls Club days. But if she's the EP and got you this bag, then she can have that big ass room if she wants. Some of these girls aren't bright enough to know you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
It's not giving what it's supposed to give. We got this big ass house. I feel like everybody needs a master. Come on.
Everybody should have a master? Does she not understand why they call it the master bedroom? Natalie's room is immaculate, and Rock has already pulled a Jonathan and parked her ass right in the middle of her bed. Rock puts her name on Natalie's door. I see what you did there. Clearly familiar with the legal argument of, is your name on it? Which became settled law in the old That's My Swing case from Lafayette Park, Charles versus Ragland, 1979. Touche, Rock. Touche. Natalie says that Rock is probably going to leave crumbs and spill her sippy cup all over the place, and Persuasion piles on, telling her that she's dirty. Rock gets irritated and walks away, but doesn't let it go, and is ready to throw hands with whoever wants it. Goes to Pout and Rolly and Slim's room. Natalie tells the story about Rock pulling the alarm at the airport thinking it was cute, and that Natalie had to escort her to Atlanta so she didn't get arrested. Then her silly ass is playing on the baggage conveyor belt. Jayla asks if Rock is a little off. I think she's just young in the head. Persuasion says that she's scared of folks like that. Back in Rolly and Slim's room, Rock is on 10. Talking about being dirty on purpose and wanting all of them to step out of line so she can handle it. To placate the youngin', Natalie ships Rock down to the spare bedroom downstairs, then tells her that the other girls are bent out of shape. Nothing like planting the seed with the volatile one. Good work, Natalie. Let's pull that pin and then play hot potato. Natalie gathers the girls to see the big surprise, a tour bus, because they cannot have these reckless-ass women on federally regulated air transport. They crowd in, sounded like high school girls on their first school trip of the year.
When they see us get off the bus and we giving what's supposed to be gay?
Natalie, stop it. They head back into the house to chat it up, tip some bubbly, and play Who Got Beef. They cheers themselves and then check in with Bree to ask why she didn't put a foot in Anne's ass for talking out the side of her thumb. Bree says that she'll take care of it in due time, and Rolly and Natalie let her know she better be quick to clip that BS when it happens. Anne's sitting there with that look on her face like, did I do that? The ladies pull it out on the table. If there's a beef, let's get it out while we are on solid ground. So Rolly asks, who said Rock was dirty? Persuasion clarifies that it wasn't about her being dirty, but not cleaning up after herself. So Rock demonstrates how she washes dishes. Now, I'm gonna play this in slow motion. Earlier, Jayla said that she is not afraid of anyone, and this is why. Cause her spidey senses are on 10. You know, these fights only really entertain our bloodlust. They don't move any of the participants forward in their maturity. But this shot is objectively funny. She probably never thought that she'd fit into a kitchen sink at 32. The water is running and all. And who is this? So for the next episode, it looks like we're taking another page out of Jocelyn's cabaret playbook, because that shit went over well, and letting them shoot a fair one in the dining room. And Thumbelina, smelling blood in the water, goes after Persuasion herself. So fam, I know it's been a while and I'm a few weeks behind, but I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna bring this to you in sequence. So if you haven't watched ahead, make sure to come on back. Hell, if you have watched ahead, come on back anyway and tell me what your thoughts are on the episode. Did I miss anything you wanted me to cover? Am I wrong about Thumbelina or Rock or Natalie? Hit me up and I will meet you in the comments. Otherwise, until next time, peace. Traveling city to city is regular. Shut up! But last but not least is the baby of the runt. The baby of the runts. The raby of the bumps. She got the bumps. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.